This is why I never trust anybody off of Roblox. A few years ago on Roblox, when I started playing Roblox, I would join a bunch of games and friend everybody in the game. I would even join different servers to friend more people. But this one time, I joined a server and I was very interested in the game, so I didn't friend anybody in that one. But I got a friend request from a girl named Ladybug134. Her name sounded very cool at the time, in my opinion, and I accepted it. Then I left the game to start chatting with her. She started chatting with me about saying, can I make a group chat with you and my friend on Roblox? I said, sure, why not? Because I meant more friends. Then in the group chat, I was saying hi, hello, and stuff like that, and the weird little XDs, emojis, and stuff like that. I was getting kind of confused because nobody else was talking in the chat. You will not believe what they chatted. Like for part 2. Part 2, sorry for the long wait. When I opened up the group chat, I got really nervous because it said, I know where you are. I started getting scared because it was 2 people knowing where I live. So I unfriended both of them and blocked them. I joined the same game and got another friend request from somebody. This time, the name was LadyMan256 because in the beginning it was Ladybug. So, I don't know. I accepted it because at the time, like I said, I thought having a lot of friends was cool. They chatted me linking my email. I got really nervous. When I clicked the email, it had pictures of me. I kept on getting spam accounts from my phone messages, and it kept on saying, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And I'm guessing it's because I blocked them. Like for part 3. Part 3 up right now. By the way, thank you for all the support. The next day, I got a call from an anonymous number. I was confused, but I still answered it. At the time, I was younger, so I didn't really notice. When I answered, it was like a robot keep on repeating, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I got really scared and I hung up. I screenshotted the number just in case I would need it as evidence or proof. Because at the time, I thought I was doing something very smart. I kept on getting the same calls that kept on saying, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I know I did something really bad. To the point where I got so scared I had to tell my parents. I told my mom and she didn't really believe me at first. And then I showed her the picture of the proof of the photo that had the number of the anonymous number. Then she called it. You will not believe what the anonymous number said to her. Like for part 4. Part 4. Thank you for waiting. When my mom got the number, it took a little bit for the number to answer. But then it finally answered. And the number said, I know who you are. We've been together for a long time. I'm not sure if they meant together in a relationship or as friends. But I'm going to say as friends. I got very confused because I didn't know who it was and I would have understood their voice if I knew them. But maybe they had some high-tech technology that changed their voice. But then the number hung up immediately and started texting my mom. It kept on saying, I'm done with your daughter, but now I'm not done with you. I got really scared for my mom because I kind of got her into something. I didn't want to get her into anything because this would all be my fault. Like for part 5. And by the way, thank you for all this support. Part 5, the last part. After the anonymous number was texting my mom, I'm done with your daughter, but I'm not done with you, she kept on getting fake emails from stores that she liked. For example, Walmart, Old Navy, or even Fashion Nova. She clicked on the Old Navy one. Then it said put in your email and your password, and she put it in because it said if you do it, you get a free discount. Then when it was done, there was a badge on the side that had a smiley face. Then her phone immediately turned off. When she got back in her phone, my friend was calling her. It was weird because my friend was calling her, not calling me. And she asked my mom if I can come over. Then my mom told me, and I obviously said yes because we were friends. When I went over to her house, we wanted to play Roblox together. When she was on there, she joined my game, but not on her real account. She joined the game as Ladybug234. And that's why I don't trust anybody off of Roblox.
So when I was little, my mom took me and my brother to the local pool. I was 12, he was 4. So while my mom and I sunbathed, he played in the kiddie pool. When all of a sudden he comes up to us and says, Mommy, I gotta go pee-pee. And instead of taking him to the bathroom, my mom said, go pee-pee in the pool. Shame on you, Carolyn. We continued to lay out in the sun until all of a sudden we hear everyone scream. Oh my God, some kids peeing in the kiddie pool. Torian didn't understand, and he went over to the kiddie pool, pulled down his pants, and pee-peed like he was peeing in the toilet. But my mom is clever, and she pretended like she didn't know whose kid it was. And we never went back to that pool again.
This is part 1 of how I scammed my scammer friend. A few months ago, I loved to play Adopt Me. I would always join a server and trade everyone. One day, I saw my best friend playing Adopt Me. She never usually played Adopt Me. But when I joined her, she had a lot of pets. The last time I saw her, she only had a dog. I was a little confused, but I still said hi. She didn't say one thing to me. She just walked away. Everyone was crowding her. She had so many Mega Neon Legendaries and Neon Legendaries. I got really suspicious of her. But I just kept on trading. A few minutes later, I see her walking into her Adopt Me house with someone else. Her door wasn't locked, so I went inside. Come back for part 2.
Hey guys, so this is a story about how my little hide and go seek game had gotten wrong. Story time. So this was when I was about 9. I went to my neighbor's birthday party. Everyone was having a fun time. So basically everyone there decided to go ahead and play hide and go seek since we were all wanting to play a bunch of games. And this one girl, let's call her Emma, wanted to play too. She was a family friend of my neighbor's, so we kind of got along instantly. So when it was Emma's turn to begin a count, everyone was like wandering around, going ahead and trying to find hiding spots. After a few rounds, it was kind of hard finding hiding spots. I looked in the room, I looked under the bed, and someone was already there. I tried looking underneath the table, and someone was already there. Just see the picture as it was hard for me to find hiding spots. So I decided to hide in the bathroom. So then I went inside the bathtub, and their bathroom had like a curtain, so I was perfectly good. While I was hiding, the seeker, Emma, was running around to try to find everyone. So I'm waiting there nervously. I eventually hear someone walk in, and then I hear the door lock and close, and it wasn't Emma. Guys, this story gets so good! Follow me for part 2. Hey guys, so this is part 2 about the hide and go seek game going wrong. Sorry for the wait. So basically from part 1, like I said, I was in my hiding spot, and this person came and opened the door and literally locked it. I was like, this isn't Emma. So I went on ahead and peeked on who it was, and it was literally this redhead dude who was going to use the bathroom. And then I literally instantly look away, and like I don't want to see anything. I literally him unzipping his pants and beginning to use the restroom. I'm sitting in the bathtub trying not to move or to make any noise because I don't want him knowing that I was in the bathroom. And I'm just praying for him to go away very quickly. My plan was to, right when he leaves, just like run out of the bathroom. Like just to run out. Like literally as fast as I can. So when he finishes up, he begins to leave, and all of a sudden the curtains get ripped open, and Emma's there, and she's like, found you! And I looked at her shocked and scared, and I looked at her person was actually in the bathroom was her dad. And he's looking at me, he's like, you were the person in the bathroom? I literally turned red, and I was like, oh.
Okay, so here is why to never online date. So I met this guy on Roblox. We became very close friends and started playing with each other every day. But he started acting suspicious, so I just asked what's wrong. He just yelled at me shouting nothing, and we continued playing as he started to grab feelings for me. But I didn't for him. So one day asked me out. I felt bad for him, so I said yes. He said yay and tried kissing me. I didn't felt comfortable with it, so I just ran away. He ran after me and said kiss me. I said no sorry, but he said pleasey baby. I said fine, even thought I didn't feel comfortable with it. One day in Roblox chat he asked for my number so we could chat. I said my number and we chatted daily, until he asked for a photo of mine. I got a picture of a 15-year-old girl from Google, and then he sended me.
Hapuni friends, afuni lipa any tuni ababen. Now I could be na pupa bafu, so ya hipali na wini ni mu. Asobi bazu ye fi we abu. Ufui, ziba sibu kwe, yiba mop na smil, yiba mop na smil. Au, stafi kwa funa we. I got what he not me. up, creep up well.
His is why you should never trust people in Instagram. One day, I meet a person who was giving Robux for adopt me pets. Then I chat her, 'cause I want some Robux. She said okay. And she said what pet I will give for Robux. I said fly ride brown bear and Cerberus. She said I need to add 'cause she will give me 4,500 Robux. I said I will add a NFR rabbit. Then she said okay deal. So this is me dumb, I trust her, so she said I go first 'cause she don't wanna get scammed. Then I said sure, so I gave her the brown bear and Cerberus and the NFR rabbit. Then we both accepted, so we chat in Instagram again and tell me the code. Then I try the code that she gave to me, but it's not working, so I tell her that I can't put the code that she gave me. I stalk her, but her account is.
Here's a story time that happened in 2nd grade. So my teacher never allowed fidget spinners, and my friend always brought one to school because that was the only thing that helped us focus. But every time she saw it, she would take it, and she would never return it even though she said she was. So me and my friend, I'm going to call her Jalen, and my other friend, I'm going to name her Caitlin. So me, Jalen, and Caitlin all had this plan to sneak into school and take our fidget spinners. So at recess, we had this plan spot behind the tree, and we would all talk about it. This girl even didn't eat her lunch because her teacher took away her fidget spinner. Anyway, we all had this plan to sneak in school and break the windows, go in class and steal all our fidget spinners and give them back to the owners. But every time we talk about it, we'd get caught by this one kid named Nathan, and he would all go tell the teacher. But the teacher didn't care, obviously, because she knew we weren't going to do it. Like for part 2. Okay, part 2 of the fidget spinners. Okay, so as you know, Nathan was going to tell on us, and the teacher obviously didn't believe us because we were little kids and he knew we wouldn't do that. So we all had a plan that the next day we would all meet up at the playground in the school at 6 p.m. So that day, no one showed up. I didn't even show up. And the next day at school, we all got mad at each other for not showing up, and we all said we showed up, but you guys didn't. And I didn't show up. My friend didn't show up. None of us showed up. But we just lied about showing up. So we just gave up, and we just never did it again because we knew we would never get our fidget spinners. Tell me if you want more.
One time when I was in 8th grade, I got a hickey on my neck because I had daddy issues, and my teacher noticed and sent me to the principal's office. And the principal was like, I'm calling your mom. And I was like, I burned my neck with a curling iron on accident. And she was like, no, you didn't. So on the bus ride home, luckily my best friend and I shared the same bus stop. And I asked her if I could go to her house really quick to burn my neck with her curling iron. And she said, yes. So when I walked into the house, my mom was literally ready to beat my ass. And I was like, Mom, look, it's just a curling iron burn. And she was like, wait, yeah, that's clearly just a curling iron burn. And she got so mad and she called the principal and she demanded that she apologize to me. And the principal had to apologize to me. And to this day, my mom still doesn't know.
One day I was on call to my best friend. We were just chatting like normal best friends do. Anyway, we were playing Roblox and all of a sudden her light turned off. She started screaming, so I started laughing because her scream sounded like a dead roach. Then she stopped screaming. I didn't even notice because I was about to piss myself. The light turned back on and she wasn't in the room. I stopped pissing myself and I heard her saying help me. I didn't know what was happening, so I ignored her as she always plays pranks on me. Out of nowhere she came running into the room doing this wired laugh and saying, we don't like Lily. Then the light turned off and back on. She was just sitting there saying, Lily, what game do you want to play? Like nothing happened.
I was in class on Zoom. I wanted to go to sleep, honestly, because like when I'm tired, I go to sleep. I end up falling asleep and then class ends and everyone starts leaving the class except me because I was like in a whole other universe at this point. I was dreaming, I was flying. At this point, me and the teacher are alone in the call. This is the best part. Then the teacher starts talking to me and he's like, Samantha, wake up. Samantha, please. Samantha, you have another class. He woke me up, but I was half awake, so I didn't really know what was going on. So I thought it was my brother waking me up, and I straight up yelled. I was like, shut up, you fat booger. And so then I realized, oh shit, I just called my teacher a fat booger. And now he scheduled a parent conference. Story time, my gym teacher's wife found out that he was having an affair with me. So a little background information. I was a sophomore in high school, and the one night my friends and I were playing Truth or Dare. Well, a little bit into the game, my friends dared me to download Tinder and message the first 5 guys that I saw. And what do you know, the last guy that I saw on there was my gym teacher.
So obviously I messaged him and I was like, hey, OMG, it's blah 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 from your 3rd period class. And obviously I wasn't expecting him to answer, but he did, and he was like, oh, this is weird, how are you? So after that my friends were like, oh, okay, like it's time to delete it. So I pretended that I did, and when they left I started messaging him more. So we had been messaging that whole week, and one thing led to another. Next thing I knew, he was sneaking me out of my house at 2 a.m. And he was like 32, so he wasn't that old. Well, for the next month, we were going to restaurants that were like an hour away. Almost every weekend, he would rent out a hotel for us. Well, the one night, his wife was supposed to be out with some friends, so he invited me over like for part 2. Part 2 about how my gym teacher's wife found out that he was having an affair with me. So like I said, his wife was supposed to be gone the whole night because she was at the bar with her friends and they were supposed to get in a hotel. So he invited me over. So we went swimming in his pool, then we did the nasty. Well, a few hours later, him and I were sitting on the couch watching a movie. And his wife kept calling him. But he just kept ignoring it, saying that she was fine and he didn't want to answer the call and ruin our time together. So we go upstairs, lay down to go to sleep. And it's like 4 a.m. at this point. So I shit you not, literally an hour later, I wake up to his wife carefully shaking me to wake me up. And she goes, honey, come downstairs. I don't want to wake him up. He has work tomorrow. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? So I went downstairs and she's like, sit at the table with me. So we're sitting at the table and she's like, I hope that we can keep this quiet. She